What's going on, y'all? It's me, it's Josh. Today we're going to talk about why Tesla stock dropped. And as y'all know, Battery Day was yesterday. The day was 9/20, and Battery Day was yesterday, 9/22. And so we're just going to get right into it. Everyone knows Elon. Everyone's seen his Twitter. Everyone knows what he's talking about and what his Twitter is capable of. On Twitter, Elon hyped it up, multiple tweets saying there's going to be revolutionary stuff happening to its company. And everyone was hyped. And whenever Battery Day comes, Elon says, and Elon even tweets before, everything's in the works. Nothing's going to be done right now. Everything's going to be done within the couple of years. That by itself alone dropped the stock before Battery Day. And then when Battery Day come, it was rallying a little bit because people were still hyped on what was to come. And whenever Elon Musk was saying everything is still in the works still, the stock dropped again because it's all hype. People are hyped up. The stuff was going to be dropped. Stuff was going to be done, but they didn't know when. And so when Elon dropped that bomb saying, yeah, we're making it, but not right now. And if we are, it's going to be done later. And once all that hype was gone, the stock dropped, as you can see right here, which is understandable. A big point to make is everything that Elon is saying for his company that's going to be done within a couple years, it's all good. It's a long-term growth. It's going to be good for the long term. So there's nothing bad that really got said about the company. They're still profitable. They're still growing. They're still putting out new stuff. It's just not going to be done for a little bit, you know? And that is still a good stock to buy and hold if you're having a long term. And having that in your long term is good because, again, the CEO himself, Elon Musk, said they are growing. They are making new stuff for the company. It's not happening now, but it's going to be done. And they showed in the video of it being done, but slowly. Now, I'm going to go through my notes real quick. The beginning of the part was a shareholder section. Nothing really went down. They introduced a new board member, Hiro. And the funny part was the audience, the full audience was a bunch of Teslas in the parking lot. I'll pop that up right here. That was actually so funny. Every time Elon would say something good, everyone would honk. I just thought that was funny. Now, one funny thing that happened was they were doing some voting polls, and you can call in and express your feelings, express what you're voting for, something like that. I'm not too sure, but this guy for sure bought puts. I don't know his name, but he just went on and saying there was child labor going on in Tesla, the working conditions, people are dying, getting hurt in the Tesla factories. There's child labor over there in the Congo. There's mines collapsing on kids and stuff. It was crazy. And the stock didn't move. I don't know what this guy was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to make the stock move. I'm pretty sure this man bought puts or something, but the stock did not move. The stock did not care. Now, I'm going to go over some of the major key points that made the stock move and is good news for the company. One of them was they had 4 consecutive years of GAAP profitability. That's really good. That shows, they're getting money and they're profitable. Another thing is they have consistent free cash flow generation, and that's good for growth. They're growing again. And then they had 50% growth in 2019. That alone is really good. That is showing that, again, the company is growing. All this information is letting the investors know that the company is growing and it's still a good, strong company. Now, these 3 next points I'm going to say is what made the stock move a lot. One of them is the average life cycle of a Tesla is way better than the life cycle of a gasoline car. And that's also really good for the company because it shows they're proving their point that their cars are revolutionary, better for the people and for the earth. Tesla cars are the safest cars out there, and they were tested by the government. I didn't know you could test cars from the government, not gonna lie, but that's still really, really good. And the next and final one is accidents per vehicle is lower, and it's better than the average, and it's going lower. That shows, again, that their car is safe. And another thing Elon was talking about adding is he's gonna add a full autopilot mode soon. Someone said in a month. I'm not really too sure on when it's going to actually drop, but that's a major thing that's really good for Tesla because I know their people and the people who own the cars love autopilot mode. Okay, and then within the conference of the Battery Day event, they listed goals and the problem with that goal. One of them was a terawatt hour scale production. They want to take businesses 100% electrical, everything on the grid, renewable energy. And the problem with that, they said, was battery factories cannot scale fast enough. Now, that is actually kind of bad news. It's basically saying that, they want to take everything renewable. They want to revolutionize, the way energy is input and outputted. And so with them saying they want to do that, but they can't scale and make it fast enough, that's a problem. Yet they did say they're working on it and they will have a solution soon. And again, that's another reason why the stock dropped, because they can't do anything as of right now, but throughout in the future years, they'll fix that. And this is why, again, Tesla is still good for a long term, because they're still growing. Now, goal number 2 that Elon said he wants to do is make and sell more affordable cars and affordable cells. Now, Elon here is basically saying, in the future, the production and manufacturing of the vehicle he wants to make cheaper to then sell cheaper to the mass public. Now, throughout the entire rest of the event, Elon and his other co-host that was next to him speaking with him, they basically went over what's going on in the factories, how they're building batteries, how batteries work. And that was honestly pretty boring, I'm not gonna lie. So they were just really showing how batteries are made, what goes into a battery, and just stuff like that. It wasn't really they weren't giving out that much information. But the one thing they did say is the total reductions is 56% kWh. Now, another thing Elon said for future-wise is he wants to produce and manufacture a $25,000 car to sell to the people. Now, that is really good news, especially for long-term growth, because when a car is cheaper, more people can buy it. More sales, more growth for that company, Tesla. In my opinion, I don't think it deserved the drop that it did. I know Tesla is hyped a lot, and so whenever a little piece of news gets out, his whole fan base, everyone just sells. It's a meme at this point now. Tesla to Mars, Tesla to the moon. And so I just want to say, in my opinion, this is still a good stock to invest in, put some money in. And I'm not saying you should, but in my opinion, it is, because there is no negative news here. He was saying that everything is in the works and is in production and they're making new factories. And one of the things that he said is there's 3 factories in 3 continents. That's really good. And they're saying they're going to be producing a lot more, and they're going to be making a lot more now, especially with the batteries. They're trying to reduce the price, manufacture more, put out more cars, and a new car. That's really good, and that's really good for Tesla and this company. So for long term, this is really good news. But for the short term, I can understand why it dropped, and I'm not saying it deserved it, but Elon was hyping it up way too much for there to be nothing now. So I can understand that. But yeah, I hope this video helps. And if you want to claim a free stock on Robinhood, I'll leave my link in the description. You can click both me and you can get a free stock. Peace.